All right, everyone. Let's get the stream started. Just confirm if you can see the screen and everything is good on your end. You can see it clearly. There's nothing buffering or whatever. Because I don't know. Recently, the last few days, I don't know what's been going on. My internet's been acting up again, so I'm just hoping that it's gonna be okay. Because we're gonna be here for quite a bit. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, yeah, welcome everyone. Yeah, hope everyone's well. Yeah, a lot has been happening outside of YouTube, of course. But personally, I'm fine. Everything's good. Yeah, hope you guys also good as well. And yeah, welcome. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, welcome Khalid, welcome Hard Limits, the Artist, Gamer Zero, as well as anyone else that's in the chat also, as well as everyone that will be joining later. So yeah, obviously this week there's been quite a few things being released. As we did roughly speak about it in terms of the Yu-Gi-Oh space, but in terms of non-Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously Sparkling Zero is like the new trend as well. I must say it's actually a pretty nice game. It's not something I would actually. The expectations were quite like not superly high, but compared to like the other Budokai games and everything, I think it's actually pretty good. And it gets you hooked quite quickly. So yeah, for those who are planning on getting Sparkling Zero, I highly recommend it. At least it's a kind of like a bit of a break between Yu-Gi-Oh and Sparkling Zero. So if you're not having fun in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can just play that. And it's actually chilled, nothing too crazy. So yeah. And then obviously in masterduel per se, as we know, we're now in a new meta now. So Tenpai Dragon is officially in the game. And with that, obviously, we have to now change our strategies again. Because certain cards that used to work in the previous meta now doesn't, not that it doesn't work, but now you can see you have to now factor in that most of the time people are going to be choosing to go second now and not going first. Because everyone's just trying obviously the new pack, which obviously is revolved around obviously Tenpai Dragon, Ritual Beast, and Infernoids. But obviously Tenpai Dragon is the main one. So yeah. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first PS5 game to come to Switch. Trading visual quality and on the go is a common player. Yeah, I mean, especially for being mobile and be able to play the game wherever. I think that's a smart move. I mean, yes. I mean, you know, you always have to take a bit of knock in terms of visual quality, but as long as the gameplay is smooth, then you can't really fault it at all. The same thing with Duel Links, right? I mean, Duel Links, as much as people don't like the game, in terms of its fundamental core, I mean, the fact that you can just pick it up anywhere and play Duel Links. masterduel, you can't really do that because the mobile is it's not stable. That's the only problem with the mobile version of masterduel. It is fine in the menus and stuff, but then when you play a game, it is very unstable. So you don't want to be taking chances, playing on the mobile per se. So unless you're playing on a console or a PC, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time unless you have like very good internet. But even then, even if you have good internet, the service on the mobile is not good. Because I tried it a few times when the game just came out. It wasn't amazing at all. Like I was always having connection fails, but not that because I was actually scooping, but because the connection itself was just not stable enough. I'm obviously pairing up with maybe a console player or a PC player. If they could have a way to kind of mitigate that. I understand it's crossplay, but especially for mobile, it has to be at least something that is there, you know? So yeah, lowering the specs for some Stream Deck had to do. Yeah, I mean, even with that, if they could do that for Sparkling Zero, then definitely they need to, take some notes from there. From Bandai, because clearly those guys are doing their job properly. So they want to make sure the game is accessible to everyone and they can play it how they want to play it. So, but yeah, nonetheless, it is what it is. So, yeah. Tenpai in one day reached tier 2. Yeah, remember, of course, it's obviously going to be used in tournaments, and they're obviously running all these community tournaments. So obviously it's a very objective tier list, yes, but it's not probably going to be up and down, but definitely going to be in the tier list for a while. So doesn't matter. We'll see. It's already top tournaments. It's got many decks representing it. Many people are representing the deck. So of course, the more representation, obviously, the more chance it will get into the higher tier very quickly. So the same with Duel when it came. A lot of people were playing it, so now it's up. It moved up the ranks quickly. Same with Tenpai. If it's doing well and it's doing tops, then yes, it's going to get the notice on the tier list. Other decks did not have the chance, so it is what it is. James the Cowboy, welcome. Players had to fix the FPS to 45 completely in Switch parameters. Yeah, but they see that's only on the Switch though. But then what about, the other? Obviously, I think for the consoles, yes, it's 60 FPS, but obviously PC is uncapped. But again, at least you're getting a smooth experience, whether it's 45 FPS or not. As long as you're getting smooth experience, Master Duel, you can't get that guarantee on mobile. You really can't. So anyway, so let's get on with it. So yeah, we obviously were just talking about the new pack now, so you can see there's new stuff in the shop, of course. Obviously, Outlaws of the Inferno is the new pack. There's also a bundle, which I don't know if it's a bit late or early, but Ghost Spell is a secret bundle. Well, not secret bundle, but like is a bundle deal, which I think for these bundles, you have to take them because, especially for people like myself, you don't really craft all these cards. I mean, having one of them is fine. But the fact that you get master packs as well, which means you could get potentially URs, which you can disenchant for something else. So I purchased mine and I got quite a few URs, which I can dismantle. So not bad, in addition to the free Ghost Spell, which I never had before. So nice. Could I use it? Yes, I mean, but is it relevant in the meta? Well, I mean, right now, it's not as relevant, but maybe in the future it will be. So it's there. And of course, the new pack, we obviously got all the new stuff of the month, which is obviously Tenpai Dragon, Goblin Bikers, Infernoids, and Ritual Beasts. So those are the main things. So I had about 9k gems, and obviously, I obviously play water decks mainly, and obviously other decks which I like, I'll pick. So any deck that I see, okay, look, if I can build it, it's an investment regardless. Like there's a lot of cards that I have which I probably may or may not play, but the fact that I have them, it's end of the day, it's a digital card game. So I can say at least, okay, look, I have all these cards, but yet I've barely spent any money on the game. So I had about 9k gems. You look at the last stream, I had about 9k gems. I only spent about 8k gems, and I was able to get most of the stuff. Like obviously the main stuff is obviously we were talking about is the Tenpai stuff, because the Tenpai stuff is obviously where the ultra rares are. But if you look at what I got, you see I got 2 Transcendent Dragon, I got 3 Pydra, I got 3 Chandra, I actually got more Genrokus. I had like 8 Genrokus. I had 2 Kaiman, and then I got one of this and one of the Ritual Beasts. I just have it just for, I don't know, I didn't get the Infernoid Flood, unfortunately. And I got the Goblin Biker Gabonga, which is the only UR actually in the Goblin Biker stuff, which is the first wave, of course. We don't have the other new stuff that came out. So, but that's pretty good though. And then surprisingly, we also got Ken and Jen. So Ken the Warrior Dragon and Jen the Diamond Tiger. It's like a interactive thing with your opponent. You give the other one to your opponent, and then you have to do something based on what you've done. So it's a pretty interesting thing. So they've added that in secretly there. Then what else is new that people are not talking about? Yeah, Sangin Summoning it got released at 2. I was surprised, but okay, I guess they know that they're gonna give it the Kid Kalos treatment. Just hit it at some point, but then they're probably gonna ban it at some point if it's too much. But for now, it's the SR, so okay. If it was at 1, I think people would be more okay, but 2 is a bit, it's all right. But hey, it's 2, it's SR, nothing to complain about. Obviously, Trident Dragon is a rare, so no one really cares about this because this is like literally like everyone has this. Unlike in the TCG and stuff like that, which is like more expensive to even get that card, but yeah. So, yes, as much as Tempai Dragon took the fall for all the URs, it's not the first time. Voiceless Voice is the same thing. All their main deck is UR, basically. The main stuff. So it's the same thing. So really, it's not a case of, you know, oh, Tempai Dragon's expensive. Look, a lot of decks are like the same. Branded's also expensive, Voiceless, and now Tempai. I think Tempai is about 13 URs per se, if you consider like what the core is and stuff. So, but it's just good to have, you know, play sets of everything so that you know you have flexibility instead of what you want to play, what you don't want to play. Luckily, the Phaedra, the one that protects you from battle, it's a SR, and the Poke and the Dora Dora, which is a retrain of Poke Draco. But yeah, that's also SR, so not too bad. And then everything else is fine. So yeah, I actually didn't do okay with I didn't do too bad with the pack pulls. I got too many Genrokus though. I had like 8 Genroku, so I literally just enchanted them, and then I got like and I crafted an extra Kaiman and something else that I needed. But if I had to play Tempai Dragon right now, I literally could. But yeah, I mean, we all know how it is. If you're playing Tempai, you're pretty having a time of your life. So yeah. Collector Invest, welcome. You built a Ritual Beast. Now, Ritual Beast, surprisingly, is also not expensive because the only big card here is the Spiritual Beast Tamer Lara, which is a 3 of. And if you already have Ritual Beast, you only need, I think, 2 of the Cannonhawk, which is already not a new card, it's an old card. And then 1 or 2 of this. And then I think everything else is fairly accessible. Yeah, this is SR as well, so not too bad. Tricky Time, welcome. Spent all my gems because I needed more crafting points. Anyways, yeah, look, the thing is, guys, if you have gems lying around, there's no point keeping them, rather spend them. So just, you know, why not? Like, look, I only spent 8k, but I mean, I know there's gonna be an event coming soon when I get gems again, so there's really no point of getting that. And I already have the crafting points I need for Ryziel. Now, is Ryziel coming soon? I don't think so. We have to wait a long time for Ryziel to come into the game. So until then, we have to see Ryziel, Malice, pretty much all that stuff we have to wait and see. Usually I have to wait till I have like 999 though. Whoa, geez, how much UR do you have? If you're having like 10k UR, that's crazy. You can literally craft any deck you want. Because SRs and stuff you can definitely get, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I was like, I'm leaving soon and I'm not going for Diamond this season, so I was like, just who cares? Yeah, look, for me, I've also just like realized like, look, I mean, I'm not gonna force myself into things because I mean, look, we're obviously playing a game that look is a bit crazy, but look, if we get to a point, okay, we get to a point. If we don't, it's fine. We don't have to beat ourselves on the foot. I mean, and as long as you're having fun, and I think that's the main essence I'm trying to bring to you guys also. Like, even if you're playing like a non-meta deck, you can still have fun with it. So yeah, even you know, guys who are playing Tempai, I mean, not like Tempai is also an easy deck to learn. You gotta also know what you're doing, because again, just because your deck is good doesn't mean now you can start making misplays or whatever, because you can still mess up also. Not that Tempai can't deal 30k damage. They can, even if you mess up. So yeah. Zach T, welcome. Zach T, welcome. Ritual Beast is just locked with Protoss, and that is it. Oh, I mean, not necessarily though. I mean, they got those quick effect stuff, and they got that trap that pops too. It's not a difficult. It's okay. I would say it's not a difficult matchup, but I mean, obviously they do turbo out Protoss, and Colossus and all those things. So I mean, yes, every deck has its niche. So Tenpai can't deal with Ghost Ogre if they activate the field spell first. Yeah, Ghost Ogre is becoming definitely up in price. And also let's talk about the deck that we're going to be building for the meta right now. So obviously you probably would have watched videos, you would have seen it around. Okay, obviously Tenpai, you've seen a bit of gameplay. If you've been following the TCG, you've been playing against Tenpai at whatever, you've seen how it works. But in Master Duel specifically, it seems like people are going towards a hand trap version of Tenpai, with a little bit of board breakers in the form of Droplet and Lightning Storm. That's the only ones I've seen. But they mainly go for a hand trap build, because yes, if they do go first, they do need to have a way to obviously hand trap you and then obviously kill you next turn. So you can't force them to go first. And I think they just make erratic seal and pass. So yeah, nothing too crazy there. Oh wait, you're making Goblin Bikers? Look, if I can make Goblin Bikers, I think I have everything I need for Goblin Bikers. So it's not like I can't build Goblin Bikers. I definitely can, but I'm not going to be forcing myself to play it, because I'm not going to play it at any point. So yeah. One of the weakest is Arch Nemesis Protoss. Yeah, but the thing is, can every deck play Arch Nemesis Protoss though? Not really, unless you play Banshee, adding Nemesis Flag, return a banished card, add Protoss that way, and you must have 3 different attributes. If you're not playing a different attribute deck, you can't really summon Protoss. So yeah, I think let's just let's talk about this quickly. So we're still in Plat, we're almost in Diamond, but so this is what we were working with before now the meta start. And now we need to ask ourselves, okay, what is the counters that works against Tenpai? So from what I've seen, is obviously D barrier is a thing. So let's talk about this, right? So obviously D barrier is a contender, right? D barrier is a contender. Then of course you got your they mentioned Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is a good shout. And then what else is good? I see Moonlit Chill is also a thing, but I don't think it's that relevant though. I mean, yes, it can be activated, but I mean, it's rarely a case where now it will actually come up. I've seen people use Threatening Roar and all those other, like, you know, battle trap orientated cards like Wabuku and all those things. But the problem is you have to either search it through Thrust. So let's talk where's Thrust. So Thrust is also an option, because you can literally set those cards. And yeah, it's really a versatile card, but obviously there's other things you can look at. There's obviously Droplets. Droplets are good, especially preventing those monsters that have those continuous effects, especially those that prevent battle damage or prevent battle damage. Battle damage and being destroyed by battle. You can Droplet, and you can also deal with that way, or you can just prevent them from doing anything in the battle phase, pretty much. So that's also a good shout. Droplet's also a good shout. And then I see people are also talking about, you know, what's this thing? What other card they're mentioning? Oh yes, you can Kaiju, but you can't really. DD Crow. I already played DD Crow already. So DD Crow is good because, especially for, you know, when I want to summon something from the graveyard, you can actually banish it early, because obviously they want to trigger this stuff in the damage step, and we know certain cards in the damage step cannot activate. So you have to have your chain link on, and then DD Crow actually becomes quite useful, especially if they go first and they use Heretic Seal. When Heretic Seal activates its first effect, Tribute, while it's in the grave, you have to chain immediately, so that on the next effect it will not activate, because it has to be in the grave. So DD Crow is actually a very good card that is going to make some relevancy, and I think, yeah, we can maybe Ghost Ogre is definitely going to be a new hand trap we have to bring in, definitely. D barrier, I'm bringing it back in, because just like we know with any other, like especially in the Tillman meta, D barrier was my main go-to card, so I was running it, and I think I would have to bring it back in now. Though we have seen Tenpai players also alternatively playing, like, you know, the Link package, specifically the Zelantis OTK package with Promethean and the Heater and the Raging Phoenix. So if they don't synchro that turn, they could also do that. But then again, if they do that, then they're not going to go for their full lethal play, because we can kind of disrupt them along that way, because that combo is versatile to hand trust, whereas the normal Tempai play is not if they have the field spell up. So that's the main thing I've seen there. But other than that, I mean, we also have there's also talk about Spooky Dogwood, because obviously it will gain you life, but the problem is the full combo they can do is 37,000 or around about 37,000 damage. So obviously, yes, if you accumulate all those attack points that they are summoning, of course, I mean, you make sure you have a monster on field, then maybe you can say, yeah, Spooky Dogwood might come in. So we can put this card in, but we don't know if that's an option yet. We have to see. There's also, Book of Eclipse, especially if you, you have Book of Eclipse. Remember, you're going to have a link monster on your field if you're playing Marincess, of course, right? So it doesn't really affect you, so it affects your opponent. So they can't do anything if Book of Eclipse is up. Yes, in the end phase, they'll flip face up and then they'll draw cards, but by that point, they can't do anything. So there's also a shout as well. So Book of Eclipse is actually quite versatile in the meta in general. Prevents link plays, prevents synchro plays, prevents XCs, but it does not stop fusion plays, unfortunately. So just be mindful of that. So you have to be very careful when you want to use it. But of course, if you want to remove a disruption, potentially flip it face down, then banish it, then that's also fine too. So it has its practical use. And there's also obviously classic Dark Ruler, but I mean, if they're going second, Dark Ruler doesn't really matter. So, and then obviously what you also find now is people are now playing Lightning Storms. So they're playing Lightning Storm and Heavy Storm and Feather Duster and all of that. So again, Basilima is going to be very good for destruction, as well as maybe, not maybe committing to Argonaut as much, unless you can make it unaffected. Because if you're not going to make Argonaut unaffected, then you're all going to be prone to just unnecessary things. Evenly, yeah, it doesn't really also matter against them, because by then they will try and kill you as much as possible. So but yeah, it's obviously the matchup dependent, because it's not to say every Tempai matchup is going to be straightforward. You have to know what you're doing. Because also, now speaking of Tempai, let's focus on this main thing here. So the main thing with this thing, people think this field style makes them immune every time. No, it's only during the main phase 1, their main phase 1. So it's just like, for dinosaurs, Miscellaneousaurus makes them unaffected for that main phase only. So once they're in the battle phase, they're prone to everything. But on your turn, when you are going second, let's say against Tempai, for example, let's say you make them go first, they're not unaffected because of the Sangin summoning anymore. So you can still banish the field with Zelantis and you can still do something afterwards. Now obviously if they still have follow up with that, then that would be an issue, but that's fine, because if Zelantis on the field, you at least know you have something to protect. You have co-link monsters. They want a quick sync. You can destroy those cards, then nothing will happen. So there is a way to still, have a good matchup against Tempai if you know what you're doing also. But not to say that, okay, when you are going second, you can't do anything to those monsters. Yes, they can summon stuff, they can put the monster on the field, but you can still banish them because they're only affected during their own main phase, not across the board. Every main phase they're unaffected. No, only for their main phase they are unaffected. So that's why it's good to know that, because you shouldn't try and play around things and all that stuff, because yes, they can summon whatever, but you can still banish them because it's your own turn. It's your main phase, not theirs. It says during your main phase 1. So it's the opponent's main phase 1, they're unaffected by everything. Your Imprimis, your Veilers, your Nibiru's, all that stuff doesn't work. So that's how it is. And then that's how we go from there. So although having unaffected boards during their main phase is dumb. Yeah, it's kind of, so the nice thing about them is that they can still set up a nice board completely unaffected because they can have a card which will literally where is this Sanguine? No, where is this? Yeah, this Transcendent Dragon. They can literally do the combo in such a way that they can do the Transcendent Dragon still, plus they can go into a Chandra and then they can still go for game because they have a completely shut down the battle phase. We can't activate wave. We can't do anything. So really, it's a very vulnerable state. If you make them go second and they have the field spell, then it's kind of a difficult thing. Yes, you might have Ogre, you might have Cosmic Cyclones, but it's also like, as Suzaku's saying now, welcome Suzaku, they can also make unaffected Black Rose because Black Rose is also a fire dragon. And then they can still go full combo because Sanguine Kaiman can literally just add in the battle phase a Chandra and that's it. And all you need is a Chandra to do everything. So you make a Black Rose. Let me see. Black Rose. Black Rose. Where's Black Rose? Like it's just so crazy. Yeah, you can make Black Rose, which will just board wipe everything. Or for some reason during the battle phase they can summon the Moonlight, but I don't think people are playing the Moonlight. They're playing normally the Black Rose for turn 1 in their main phase 1, unaffected completely. You cannot chain to anything. You're unaffected. Can't Imperm, can't Veiler. Board wipe the entire field, and then you go. So that's why you see Basilima would come and clutch here, because it will at least protect you in your monsters. Then if they try and go into battle phase, at least you will have something on field, and now they have to deal with it. And especially if your monster will be unaffected, sometimes they have a difficulty of dealing with big high attack monsters, especially if they're unaffected. Yes, they can go to Trident Dragon and make it 6k, but they have to go through a lot of steps to get there. So it's not to say that every Tenpai match is going to be different, or the same, but you have to just know what they have and what they don't have. Then you can take advantage of that. So, like I said, there are options. Like, I mean, you guys are saying Cyclones are there. You know, Droplet, I wouldn't say Droplet is as relevant, but of course Tenpai Dragon is playing Droplet, so that's something to take note of. They are playing Droplet, so doesn't mean we have to play Droplet as well. I mean, we could put it in for a cross-out target, but then I don't want to go into the 60 card territory, because remember, we're only putting all these cards which may or may not come up in the matchup that we needed. So I think we need to just put versatile cards, which for any matchup, whether it's Tenpai or even Yubel or whatever, we at least have these versatile options. Because remember, for Yubel, we can call Fusion, and they can't summon Phantom. They can only link summon after that. So, yeah. So we obviously I want to play cards that are versatile, and not just okay for a specific matchup. Because again, we don't have best of 2, best of 3. We have to, you know, do something that is going to be viable. So that's just my consideration for slotting in cards. Even this Spooky Dogwood, as much as it's not going to be relevant at all, you know, having that extra life, you know, so that we don't get overkilled. You know, if they set up a 30-minute Omni Negate board, you know, we can still do something, and then we kind of still have lifelines at least. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe, yeah. So for now, I think the cards I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna put in Thrust, I'm gonna put in Ghost Ogre definitely. I'm gonna put in D Barrier because it's a thrust target for that, and then I think Droplet we can leave for now. Obviously, we're gonna amend as we go, but this is kind of what I'm looking at right now. Obviously, extra deck's not gonna change because there's no reason to change it. Everything is gonna be as is. It's fine. So again, until there's new support coming or whatever, then we'll change it up. But for now, this is the deck I've been. The extra deck is probably not going to change for a while, because again, every card in this extra deck is valuable. So even the second copies, they are extra valuable, because you know we want to have the best opportunities to do stuff. So, like, I haven't even put it in other cards yet because I like 40 cards. Yeah, the thing is, and the problem with 40 cards, you can't squeeze in everything because you must also now have a balance of, yes, you must have your main deck monsters, your hand traps and everything, but 40 cards is a bit tight. in the main deck. So if you strictly want to go 40 cards, it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle. Like, especially for me, because I can't think about, oh, I wish I had this card. No, it's like, I want to have cards at least, so it's an option. Even if it doesn't come up, it's fine. So it's okay. So even if Dimensional Barrier is not useful in that matchup, it's fine, as long as it's there. I would know if it's there or not, because technically, what are in the meta right now? Ritual, Voiceless is there, so I can call Ritual, that's fine. Fusion, who does Fusion? Yubel. Even Ancient Gear, if I'm facing Ancient Gears, I can call Fusion as well. Then they can't do anything. You know, they can only link. It'll exceed. Synchro, obviously Tempai Dragon, but there's also Centurion as well. So all these plays you can prevent, technically, right? So it negates and also prevents summoning. Xyz, I don't think Xyz is that relevant now. And then obviously Pendulum if you are facing Pendulum. But notice, Link summoning is not there. So that's the nice thing about running D Barrier if you're not playing these type of mechanics. Doesn't affect you. So yeah, if you're playing a Link-based deck, this is definitely a card to run. So we're going to try this, and we'll see how it goes. We'll literally see how it goes. Again, we'll probably change it up as we go. But yeah, let's see how we do. Oh boy, the coin flip. Okay, so let's go first. It might be stupid, but let's see. Because we can't assume every time our opponent is playing a Tempai, we can't assume that. We want to have the best opportunity to win the game. Oh geez, what field is that? Whoa, what field is this? Whoa, that's a nice field. Is that Flame vs. Dragon? That is very nice. I wonder what the other half is though. Okay, this hand is not the greatest. Really not. But okay. Use Snake Eyes field, really? They're giving these guys like 100 million things. Really? Wow. 100 million things. They don't stop giving these guys support. Now they're giving them a very nice field. I'm sure the field is like gonna have some nice because if this is Flame Bird, I'm sure there's something else on the side here, which we probably don't know yet, but we'll see. Okay, there's definitely an Imperm Availor, so that's Imperm. So he's probably gonna Imperm my Immune on his turn, so that's fine. Yeah, we'll see. Of course they are. They literally made them good again after the ban list. Yeah. Unfortunately. The Azamina stuff. The one from Rage of the Abyss. I'm talking about that support. Yeah, the Azamina stuff is kind of cracked though, but the Rage of the Abyss stuff is insane. Is there more Azamina stuff? He's Ogre. Wow. Okay. Are they playing Tempai? They probably are. Oh, they are. Oh, come on. Really, game? Wow. That's magical. Well, they pretty much win here. So let's just look at the full combo, what they can do. Wait. They revealed some more Azamina support. What other support did they get now? Is it from that Supreme Darkness set? Yeah, I'm pretty. I say what if they got Sanging Summoning and they got Pydra, you pretty much are done. Droplet as well. Jeez. Wow, Royal Chandra. Yeah, this is Okay, I'm not gonna waste time here. This is, you know, Tempa when they go full on, they have full combo. They have full combo. I'm not even gonna worry about that. They have full combo. So, all right. I have a level 10 fusion. I can summon a level 9 or no as a Mina monster. What? Where did they get that? Is this true? They got some cards that are considered white forest at the same time. So remember, they're part of the same lore. So if they got something that is you know, blending the stuff together, then yeah, surely it must be a combination of everything. I don't know. Okay, I think we'll check it out maybe after this, to see what you're talking about. Was there any other support that was mentioned? Okay, the master duel. Okay, we'll definitely check it out then afterwards. I don't say anything else that was notable. So they just gave them crazy Azamina White Forest support. Interesting. Okay. Let's do it this way. You know, I think I have to do this. I have to Ash. I'm actually gonna draw here. As much as I don't want to, I have to. I have to draw here. No. Level 1. Yeah, I have to just get draw here. Because I want to make plays, but this guy's gonna probably like draw like a billion cards, so I don't want him to draw too much. But yeah, once I get my dive, I'll just take it from there. Base, he doesn't have anything, so what am I fearing basically? No, it's fine. You know, I'm just gonna go full combo. At this point, I've already invested into it now, because I don't see any destruction though. And I do actually want to search waves, so I don't want to be a... Yeah, it's Nib. Okay, so he's got Nib. Okay, that's fine. We can play around it. We can play around it. Did you see the new level 7 main deck Poseidra, the XCs? Oh, what are you talking about? Or did they release something else that's also like a new Poseidra retrain maybe? Did they do that? Because if they did that, that would be quite interesting. I haven't heard about that. When did that get released? Or announced rather? Wait, they got new cards again? Okay, so I guess they're continuing with the support. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, now I have to definitely check it out now, because you mentioned now there's new water cards. I have to see how good they are in the context of, you know, all-round water support. Last week. No man, I would have seen it then if it was last week. I would have seen it. No, we'll definitely check it out after this match. I think let's just get that out the way, because otherwise I'll be wondering what are those cards in the first place. But if you say they're pretty good, that means we have to review them, because I will always look at them in the context of, can we potentially use them in any water deck in general? Because they only have those hard locks to say, okay, only summon extra deck. Oh. Okay. Do I max see here? It's fine, if they have it. They got their whole hand anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Not like I have plays anyway. Defense. Alright. Oh, and by the way, Maxi does nothing against Vampire Dragon. Absolutely nothing. Because whatever you're going to be summoning is all in the battle phase, and most of the stuff you're dealing with doesn't impact the battle phase, so it's like, what's the point? Like, your Veilers don't work, your Imprim does work, but you must have entry field. Stuff like that, so. Rescue Ace. What card? Emergency. Okay. Does Ash Blossom work during the battle phase? Yes, it works just before the damage step though. Okay, I'll just wait. Oh, it's also stuttering as well? Wait, let me just check something. Hold up. Okay. Are you back now? Dude, this guy's got like 100 million things. My goodness. Are we good now? Just let me know, guys, if it's still stuttering or not. Because I don't know. I think it's my my internet probably acting up again in terms of the upload speed. So I'm not sure what's going on. Wait, what? Extinguish. Yeah, that's fine. It's literally fine. Oh, it's still a problem? Oh, it's like okay now. I say it's green on my. It's saying green. The connection is good, but it could be the upload speed is a bit slow though, probably. Wait, what? Wait, the game is stuck. Wait, what's going on? Now, hold on. Is this on both platforms? Because I probably have to maybe cut the one, and if it's doing that. What's going on here? Why is it acting up though? Why is it acting up? You guys, I'm just gonna sort out this because after this game, I'm gonna see what's going on. Because I thought everything was fine, but now it seems like it's not. We may have to restart the stream then. I don't know. Just check those on Twitch. Is it also doing the same thing in terms of the? It's also stuttering as well. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? What is happening? Okay. I have no idea what's going on, but I have to just sort it out as soon as possible. I have to restart the stream then, it seems like, because I can't. For some reason, the signal's not coming right. I don't know why though. Wait, what? What? Sanctuary, what? What? When was Garunix there? I didn't even see that. That's crazy. Okay, well, fine. No, I think it's just it's only you guys. I think it's I don't know what's going on. I think it's because everything is fine on my end, but there's nothing for some reason. The stream itself is just lagging. I don't know why it is. Because I'm seeing no messages saying that there's a problem, but if you're saying it's lagging, but I don't know. What? Oh man. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, I may have to restart the stream, guys. So just I may have to end it now, but I'll probably have to restart again. So it will start up just now, and then we'll just take it from there because I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's saying it must be why it's buffering or whatever, because before it wasn't doing this. Wait, what? 3 fire monsters? Beast Warrior, and Wing Beast. What?